What's up, guys? Steve here with Soul Lifts. I've sped this up to cut down on time, but I wanted to show you the full rotator and shoulder warm-up that I did here. So I started out with some 3 kilo dumbbells, did a variety of different warm-ups, swing the shoulders out, and once I finished with the 3K dumbbells, moved over to bands and continued the warm-up. Today I'm going to do chest and some triceps, but I'm going to change up the speeds. I'm going to play with a couple of different styles of cadence, some explosive, some slow negatives, slow all the way through the movement, and some regular as well. So I want to make sure that I'm not going to have any shoulder problems. So I spent a good few minutes warming up. So I'm going to start off doing these for comfortable speed. Now, probably I could have gone faster than this, but I would have sacrificed form or possibly wrist injury. So I did the 60s and the 100s at a good 111 or faster speed. And then I moved over to do one heavy set at 130. Now, real tough, my butt did stay on for the first 2 sets, but watch it come off on the 3rd set. Don't do this. I probably should have set the weight down on the 2nd rep, but went all the way up in there. There goes the butt right off the bench, which isn't good at all. So make sure your butt stays on the bench and don't do what I just did. This should be 80 kilos for speed at 10 reps. Then did 80 with an explosive up and a slow negative on the way down. I'm just trying to change things up and condition the chest and shoulders to do some heavier lifting in the future. So slow on the way down, so an exploding count of 1 on the way up and a 3 count, 2.5 count on the way down. And then did 3-1-3, slow negative, slow positive, and a hold, and a slow negative, and a slow positive, and a hold. And after the sets, it felt like it was working quite well. So I could feel the burn all through the chest, and normally, with 60K, I wouldn't feel that. So I know I was doing something right. Moved over to the incline bench. Now, I don't like to go too deep on the incline bench, mostly for the shoulder. But I did my first set at speed at lightweight. Did a normal set, 80 for 3. These were my warm-ups. Then did one big working set at 100 for 10. And again, I'm coming down just a little bit past 90 degrees, but not too much more than that. I don't want to strain the shoulder too much. Still get a good workout through the upper pectoral muscles here. So did my set here, and then started pyramiding the weight down again and playing with a bit of cadence. So next set coming up is 80, and I did a slow negative. So again, it's an explosion up, and then a slow negative down, and up, and a slow negative down. And again, I'm not coming too much past 90 degrees here with the elbows. And just got to drive up, and then take it a little easy on the way down. And the last set, similar to the flat bench, was 60, coming right up here. So I did 60, and I did slow on the way down, slow on the way up, a bit of a hold. So 3-1-3 again on the last set on incline bench. Again, you'll notice I'm wearing the blue wraps around the forearms. I find these really help with the elbow pain, tennis elbow pain. So if you've got something similar, you might want to give them a try. Better than the tensor bandage wraps anyway. I did some 15K dumbbell chest flies. Had to use the bench press bench since all the other benches were in use, and did it nice and slow. Wasn't trying to hurry anything up. The dumbbell chest flies are great exercise, but they can be rough on the joints and shoulder and tendons all through that area. So if you got any problems, make sure that you're keeping your form nice and tight and not going too quickly. Taking nice deep breaths in and keeping your back, your lats nice and tight through the movement as well. So I'll show you a few angles of the dumbbell chest flies. And I didn't change the weight. I wasn't trying to go too heavy here. Mostly this was just about getting the stretch and the nice slow form on the way up, and just concentrating on some good breathing throughout the movement. Of course, usually when I'm doing flies, I'll use the pec deck, the chest fly machine, and get a little bit heavier weights with more safety. But from time to time, you want to throw these into your workout to make sure that you're activating all the stabilizer muscles throughout that region in a different way. Once I was done that, I was done chest, moved over and did some lying barbell extensions. This is with the close grip on the easy curl bar, Skullcrushers, lean back right to the top of the head as opposed to the forehead. So kind of right to the peak. Did a couple of warm-up sets. Did a set at 30 to warm up. Did a set at 40 just for 3 reps to warm up. And engaging a bit of the chest there. As you can see, it's leaning it right back. So it's a kind of a modified skull crusher with a pullover a bit to it as well. And then this was the bigger working set, 50 by 7. And when that was done, and I think I kept decent enough form for what I was trying to do throughout here. A strict skull crusher form, your elbows won't flare out quite as much, and they'll stay more perpendicular to the bench. And here was the last set of 40 for 10. And that was it. That was, maybe not the biggest weights that I put up, but it was quite an effective workout, and I certainly felt it today. So here are the workout details. As always, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave any questions or comments below, and until next time, keep growing.